opens, and the one running our event today, the guy that's going to put these fish on the scales and tell us just how tight things are. He is the one and the only, Hammer and Hank Weldon. Hank, tell you what, man, about 3.5 pounds separating first through 40th here. What a derby we got going on, a 1 ounce difference between first and second. Moving day today. This is going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah, we're happy to be here. Happy to be back to Plattsburgh. I mean, a common stop on the Bassmaster Trail. They've hosted, I think, everything but a Classic and a Redfish Cup now. And, I don't know if they can figure out how to get redfish up here. But happy to be here again. And like you said, we had 44 bags yesterday that were 20 pounds or higher. But the interesting thing about that is, when you see that, a lot of times you expect that 28, 29-pound bag, 30-pound bag maybe, which is out there, but our biggest bag was 23.9, so that means just 3 pounds 9 ounces is separating 44th to first place in a 105 angler field, so it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is absolutely crazy, and when we take a look at that leaderboard as well, it is pretty impressive stuff. As you said, it is a 1 ounce difference between first and second. Matt Messer in first place, 23 pounds and 9 ounces. Right behind him is Gray Buck at 23.8. Christian Nash, 23.13. Alec Morrison from right around the corner here at 22.12. And Russ Lane rounding out the top 5 at 22.9. All right, are you folks ready to get this thing started? Hank, are you ready to get this thing started? You folks at home ready to get this thing started? All right. Let's get this show on the road, and we'll start right out. 19 pounds, 1 ounce yesterday. Looking for 4 pounds, 9 ounces to take the lead. Our first angler out of Ridgeville, South Carolina, Kyle Austin. Kyle's got a nice little bag here to get things started. 20 pounds, 2 ounces, gives him 39.3. And, of course, moves him into first place through 2 days. By the way, 5 pounds, 10 ounces is our 5'11", with Gray Buck is our big bass. And that's what we'll be looking for, our Phoenix Boats big bass. All right, a good day, a little bit better than yesterday. Held up pretty well, 39 pounds and change. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, definitely. It was not pretty. At 12:30, I think I had one fish still. It was like a 3-pounder. I left mallets all the way to Burlington. Glad I was on a Falcon boat. So it was rough. And we made something happen. We caught 20 pounds. So we survived this one. Hopefully we can get a top 10 somewhere, maybe at Wheeler.
All right, we'll see you at Wheeler. Our next stop will be at Wheeler Lake. That's coming up October 2nd through the 4th, so just a couple of weeks away. Our next angler, he had 20 pounds and 3 ounces yesterday. He is out of Raleigh, North Carolina, Michael Corbishley. Michael looking for 19-1 to take over the lead. And he'll be close. 20 pounds even. 20 pounds even puts him into first place with 40 pounds, 3 ounces. For the East Carolina angler. Digging deep in that Crush City live well with a couple of bronze beauties right there. So a good day. It looks like you found the same fish you found yesterday, and that's a good tournament for 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's safe to say this lake has some bass in it. It's an awesome place, man. I really enjoyed it. I caught them on a Dirty Jigs guppy head this week, out over like 50 foot of water, and today, I was just looking at schools of bait and fish, and there's a giant grass mat, eelgrass that had come in, or at least I think it was eelgrass. I just looked for the heaviest one in my boat. I felt like I was punching mats in 50 feet to catch them. So I had a few lost ones, but all in all, it was a blast. I'm happy to be here. Ran around in the Phoenix. If anybody out here is interested in a Phoenix boat, the closest dealer to here is going to be Thayer's Marine. They got a bunch in stock. And shout out to my wife and baby.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Good job. Remember, our top 10 will move on to tomorrow, and that's what you're looking for to stay in 10th place. Coming up next, the guy who has won twice here on location with 18-7 yesterday. He is Elite Series Pro Brian Schmidt. Brian is 15 pounds, 4 ounces today. Give him a total of 33 pounds, 11 ounces. You were one of the favorites coming into this thing and didn't quite go the way you wanted it to.
No, I felt bad for Hank. He's been lifting all these big bags. I said, look, I'm going to get a little light bag so he doesn't work as hard. But, shout out to Hank letting us go today. It's a big deal. So the weather, we woke up, it was blowing pretty good. The forecast showed a ease up, and Hank made the right call, let everybody go fishing today. This is an awesome lake. I look forward to this tournament all year long, even more than some of my elite events. I didn't do the right job. I had preconceived notions. My hat's off to the guys that called them. This is a special place. See you next year on this stage.
All right, we'll see you at Gunnersville is where we'll see him when the Elite Series takes off there. All right, coming up next at 13 pounds yesterday from Madison, Georgia, John Duvall. John was top 10 at 10 Tom River earlier this year. Of course, it's a feat just to qualify for the EQs. And he has 13 pounds, 5 ounces, gives him 26.5 for the tournament. Moves into fourth place now. I know that's not what you were looking for, but you survived the first event on the EQs.
Yeah, this ain't my style. Ready to get back to Wheeler, get down the road. I missed the boat here all week just as a general rule. I never thought I could have caught 20. 15 was the best I thought I could have caught, and I guess it was 13.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. All right, coming up next with 21.3 yesterday from Benton, Louisiana, Cameron Madison. Cameron needs 19.1 to take over first place, and he's got a good-looking bag here. $20 pounds, 5 ounces. That's your new leader at 41 pounds, 8 ounces. For Cameron Madison. A couple of nice brown ones there. So a very steady effort, 20 pounds, 5 ounces, 41.8 over 2 days. You got to be pretty happy with that.
I'm pretty stoked about it. Today at 1:30, I had 3 fish in the box, and I was doing everything I could to try to catch 2 more and caught 2 more at the last minute, and that got me where I'm at. Blessed to be where I am, survive for this, and go to the Wheeler for the next one. Big shout out to my family back home and everybody watching.
All right, appreciate you. Safe travels. All right, coming up next, he had 21 pounds, 11 ounces yesterday. From Ava, Alabama, Fisher Anaya. Fisher needs 19 pounds, 14 ounces to take the lead. He says he's a little short. He is almost 19 pounds, 10 ounces. It'll put him in second place with 41 pounds and 5 ounces. A couple of good ones right there, that's for sure. For Fisher and Anaya. All right, Fisher, good tournament, 41.5. Don't know if that'll hold up for top 10, but you got to feel pretty good about your effort here.
Yeah, I come out here trying to get points, and that's what I did. I ain't never been here, broke the water down in 3 days, and I'm fortunate enough to catch 41.5. So, I can't complain.
All right, man. You can complain, but it won't do you any good. I can promise you that. All right, up next, had 14 pounds, 10 ounces yesterday from Clewiston, Florida, Brandon McMillan. Brandon was a little guy here as well, our flag bearer this week in the morning takeoffs. 16 pounds, 13 ounces gives him 31.7, moves him into 6th place. Currently. And we'll be at Clewiston, Florida for the final event in the EQs, and this is a little bit different than what you see around Clewiston, isn't it?
It is, for sure. I've been here a bunch, man. I love Champlain. It's just it had my number this week. They wouldn't eat my minnow, and ended up going and catching quite a few green ones, flipping an ounce and a half, which let me feel like right back at home. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the year, and hopefully this doesn't completely ruin it for me.
You looking forward to going to Alabama?
Yeah.
There you go. Roll Tide. All right. Up next, out of Japan with 18 pounds, 15 ounces yesterday, Yui Aoki. He was our champion at Kentucky Lake. Huey looking for 22-10 to take the lead. And he'll check in 19-12, so a little better day than yesterday. 38 pounds, 11 ounces, moves him into 5th place on the event as he digs deep into that Crush City bag. Pulls out a couple of nice ones there. So not the 23-pound bag, 24-pound bag you were hoping for, but, 38 pounds, and you move on to Wheeler.
It was very fun day, but hard for me to catch big one. I'll do my best in the next tournament.
So all you can do is do your best. Appreciate you. All right, up next, he had 20 pounds yesterday. He's from Huntsville, Alabama, Ryan Salzman. All right, Ryan had 20 pounds yesterday, needs 21.9 to take over the lead. And he has 18 pounds, 1 ounce here today. Going to dig in that bag and pull out a couple of bronze beauties to hold up for you. So, Ryan, not a bad day for you today. Not quite what you did yesterday, but you get to go home, probably sleep in your own bed, right, for Wheeler and get after him there.
Absolutely. Today was a day of never giving up. I did not have hardly anything until right in the last 10, 15 minutes, and I caught a couple fours and bumped me up from like 15 pounds to 18. So salvaged a lot of points for the EQs and moving on to Wheeler.
All right, points are important. We appreciate you. Good job by you. All right, up next, he had 21 pounds yesterday from Emory, Texas, Jack York. Jack looking for 21 pounds, or check that, 20 pounds, 9 ounces to take the lead here. And he's got 18 pounds, 5 ounces today. Leaves him about 2 pounds, 4 ounces back of the lead, but he moves him into 4th place. Good thing about having Jack in the field, he's always the first one to know when it's raining, so that's a good thing. Talk about your day today, 18.5, just under 40 pounds for the tournament.
For sure, man. It was a little tougher with that wind. Happy to have that, and we'll go catch him at Wheeler.
All right, man, we will see you at Wheeler coming up in just a couple of weeks. He had 20 pounds and 11 ounces yesterday. He is from Warsaw, Missouri, Brock Reichenmeyer. Brock looking for 20 pounds, 14 ounces to take over first. Doesn't have a real confident look on his face for that, but he does have an even 20 pounds to give him 40 pounds, 11 ounces for the tournament. And he moves into 3rd place in the tournament. Remember, top 10 go tomorrow. Over $50,000 in first place money on the line. Talk about your day here today.
I caught a lot more fish than yesterday, but I just never ran into any big ones like I did yesterday.
Well, it's not a bad start, though. Points are points as we get ready to run this thing out over 3 tournaments.
Yeah, this is the one I wanted to survive because I know there's a bunch of fish in there, and I'm not really good at catching them, so we survived it.
All right, we'll see you at Wheeler. Survival is a good thing. Speaking of Wheeler, another guy that's not too far from Wheeler, he is out of Prattville, Alabama, Russ Lane. Russ had 22 pounds, 9 ounces yesterday. Needs 19 pounds to take over first place. He came into today in 5th place after day 1. Only about a pound back of the lead. And I got a feeling this will do it. He is our new leader. 20 pounds, 9 ounces. Russ Lane takes over the lead. In this Nitro Boats Bassmaster Elite Qualifier, number 1, day 2. Russ Lane, 43 pounds, 2 ounces. So, Russ, you came into today in 5th. That's going to be right there. You got an excellent chance to make the top 10.
Man, I hope so. I want another chance at this school that I found tomorrow. because I left 2 or 3 absolute giants out there this morning. But I think there's a mega bag to be caught where I'm at. I just got to make it happen. Got to keep them buttoned, you know.
All right, you got a great chance to be back tomorrow. If he makes it to the top 10, he will get that done. Another guy that had a big day yesterday, 22 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday out of Allen's, Tennessee, Kristen Nash. Kristen was top 5 as well, coming in. And this has been a horse race. These weights have been very, very tight. Needs 20 pounds, 6 ounces to take the lead. 20 pounds even moves him into second place with 42 pounds, 13 ounces. There you go. Hold him high. Now, I'm no math major, Christian, but that's going to put you pretty close. You were top 10 coming into today. You're top 2 right now, and you got an excellent chance to hang on to that top 10. Talk about your day.
Oh, man, it was absolute grind out there today. I had one really key fish that came off. I'm hoping it don't hurt me. We'll see. But, man, this place is so fun. It's incredible. Hopefully I'll come back here soon. And just got to thank all my sponsors. Tornado Alert is my title sponsor. It's been for 3 years. Man, I got to thank him for everything he does for me and everybody else, and thanks to my wife back home watching the kids.
All right, good luck. We'll see if he'll be here tomorrow. I got a good feeling about that, and I got a good feeling we might be back to Plattsburgh at some point in time. I'm not sure, but it seems to be a pretty popular place. Another guy that had a great tournament yesterday, great start to his tournament out of Knoxville, Tennessee, comes in with 22.8, Sam Hengy. Sam's looking for 20 pounds, 11 ounces. He was another one of our top 10 guys as of yesterday. Wants to be top 10 tomorrow. This bag will go 20 pounds, 6 ounces. It moves him into first place by 5 ounces. Or check that, second place by 5 ounces with 42.14. 5 ounces back of the lead. Boy, Sam, these weights are so tight. You were top 10 coming in. You got a great chance to be top 10 going into tomorrow, but one bite makes the difference.
Yeah, it was a really stressful day. I ran all over the lake this morning trying to find fish, and, man, I didn't catch anything all day. I had 12 pounds at probably 1 o'clock today. I had a gut feeling to start in an area, and I kind of ignored it and ran some other stuff and ended up pulling there around 1 o'clock and culled them all out and caught 20 pounds, so hopefully it's enough to go tomorrow. I really hope so. I know there's some more out there I can catch, so it'll be close.
Well, they don't give you extra points for when you catch them. You just have to catch them before you check in, and he did that. Yesterday he had 21 pounds. He is out of Rochester Hills, Michigan. Aaron Jagfeld. Aaron's looking for 22.3 to move him into the lead. He's a nation champion as well from Lake Erie. And this bag will check in at 21 pounds, 14 ounces, moves him into third place. Another one just 5 ounces off the lead. We're going to measure one, or weigh one for big fish here. We're looking for 5'11", gray buck yesterday with a 5'11" largemouth. This one is a smallmouth, and it's 5 pounds, 5 ounces, not quite good enough, but that weight may be enough to have you hang around until tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd like to get to go tomorrow. I really wasn't on much going in today. I thought I kind of burned up my fish, and at about 11 o'clock I figured something out and caught all that weight and caught that big one actually last cast. So I looked at it, I said, no way this thing bites. Cast at it, and that's how it went down. So, but I want to say hi to everybody watching back home. Really appreciate all my friends and family. I wouldn't be here without all the support. So,
So last cast, as in not casting again after you boated that fish?
Yeah, as in, like, I was about to pull the trolling motor, and I saw him on scope, and I was like, just cast it at him, and I had to call, so it took me about 2.5 minutes to do that, and I looked at the clock, I was like, dude, I gotta go. So I had ripped all the way back here and made it back on time. So.
All right, man, congratulations. That's a good tournament so far. All right, up next, had a good day yesterday with 21 pounds, 5 ounces. He is out of Flowery Branch, Georgia. Dylan Akins. Won the bracket on my home lake last year of Tim's Ford in Tennessee. Those of you who don't know where that is. Fished the Classic. 20 pounds, 6 ounces. That gives him 41.11, and that is good for 5th place for Dylan Akins. Boy, Dylan, I don't know. I'm trying to do the math. That's 41.11. It's going to be so close. There are going to be so many guys right around it, but you certainly gave it the old college try.
Yeah, I think I might be one fish short, but it was a really fun day. The morning started off kind of slow, and from there it got a little better. I think, I can't complain. It's been a fun week. I got to give a shout-out to my family and my girlfriend for coming all the way up from Georgia. They've been here the past couple of days, so shout out to them, and then shout out to all my sponsors and Bassmaster for letting me do this.
Well, they won't have to travel as far next week or in 2 weeks when we go to Wheeler, so we will see you there. All right, he had 22 pounds, 10 ounces yesterday. So many, over 40 bags and over 20 pounds from Peru, New York, which is about right there. That would be Alec Morrison. Alec looking for 20 pounds, 9 ounces, has 20 pounds even, which moves him into 5th place now. Alec digging deep in that bag, and has got a couple of real nice ones there, a couple of bronze beauties. So being the ultimate local here, I mean, did it fish the way you thought it would fish, being 3-4 feet down and so on?
Yeah, weights are right where I thought they would be. I certainly had a much tougher day today and lost a couple key fish, and certainly did not get a lot to bite. Kind of felt like I was on a bad rotation today, like the timing was just off. But, either way, it was a decent event, and I look forward to Wheeler.
Well, you've still got a shot, so you're going to have to hang around for a minute, see if he'll be going tomorrow. Maybe some of those fish will still be around. All right, up next comes in off of 22 pounds, 7 ounces yesterday from Carlisle, Illinois, Ethan Fields. Ethan looking for 2012 to take over the lead. Has a decent bag here. 18 pounds, 10 ounces will give him 41.14. The tournament moves him into 9th. Got one of them green ones in there. Ish. All right, 9th place overall after 2 days. Don't think it's going to hold up necessarily, but still, 41-1. A lot of points there to take the Wheeler.
Yeah, definitely stoked about that. Yesterday was a great day and helped me out a bunch, but just couldn't get those big ones to commit today, but is what it is. I love this place. I love coming here, and I hope to be here back sometime in the future.
I'm sure you will. All right, up next from the Elite Tour, he had 21-2 yesterday from Nashua, New Hampshire, Timothy Doobie. Timothy Doobie looking for 22-10. No, he has 18-10. Gives him 39-12 for the tournament. Moves him into 12th place. Tim Doobie looking to retain his spot in the elites. And, Tim, all right, so you don't go on Saturday, but you take some points with you to Wheeler.
Yeah, absolutely. Survived the event. I love this lake. I only live about 2.5 hours from here, but man, it doesn't love me every day. So had a good day yesterday. Just couldn't back it up today. Didn't lose a fish all week, and can't complain about that when you're fishing strictly for smallmouth. And appreciate everyone coming out.
All right, man. Appreciate you. We'll see you at Wheeler. Up next, he had 21 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday out of Moore, Oklahoma. Austin Cranford. Austin needs 21.6 to take over the lead early on here. About 19 anglers in. And he'll have 18-14. That'll give him 40 pounds, 11 ounces. It moves him into 10th place, which is the cut line to go tomorrow. Top 40 will get checks. So he's in pretty good shape for that. All right, Austin. Looks like the check is good in place. I'm not sure you're going tomorrow, though. But, pretty good tournament, 40 pounds and 11 ounces.
Yeah, it was all right. I'm kind of disappointed in that. When I left them yesterday, they were still dumb and biting. And when I got back, I guess I gave them a pretty good education yesterday. My wife's a teacher. She'd be proud. So, I don't know. I'm going to go home, hug my wife, and kiss my baby, and move on to Wheeler.
All right, we'll see you at Wheeler as well. All right, up next, out of Sterrett, Alabama, Brady Vernon. Brady had 19 pounds yesterday. And today, 17 pounds, 13 ounces gives him 36-13 for the tournament, moves him into 18th place, and I guess survive in advance. You go close to home, next go around at Wheeler.
Yeah, I might have survived this one. I don't really know. I was just a big bite or two away today from having a big bag, but it just didn't happen. But I'm ready to get to Wheeler and then get back home to Alabama, hopefully Sunday, to see my wife.
All right, there you go. Safe travels. It's always good to go home and see the wife. All right, up next from Dahlonega, Georgia, is Buddy Benson. Dahlonega, Georgia, huh? Yep. Beautiful spot. All of Georgia's a beautiful spot. He had 19.4 yesterday. He tacks on to that with some feisty fish who don't want to cooperate. Looking to get back in the lake. Hank will have a little conversation with them. We'll give it another shot. 18 pounds, 6 ounces gives him 37-10 for the tournament. Moves him into 18th place now. Dig deep into that Crush City weigh-in bag. Pull a couple of them out there, and there you go. Most tournaments, 37 pounds, 10 ounces after 2 days is pretty good. But here, man, they're just on, missed them by just a little bit.
Yeah, we just got around too many 3-pounders. We needed to go around a little bit bigger fish and just never found them. So we'll move on. Hopefully we survived a little bit and can make some ground back at Wheeler.
All right, we'll see you down in Alabama. All right, up next, coming a long way from Salt Lake City, Utah, had 20 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday. Riley Nielsen.
Hey, how are you? Doing good.
Riley is looking for 22.6. He's got a good bag here. 22.6 to put him in first. 18 pounds, 15 ounces gives him 39.12. Moves him into 14th place. Not enough to fish tomorrow, but certainly some good points there. And overall, just under 40 pounds in 2 days. I don't know what number you had in mind coming in, but not a bad event.
I had no idea. I'd never been here. Awesome lake. Probably one of my favorites now. I had an unbelievable morning. I had those in like an hour and a half. Then after that, I should have just came right back to the ramp and checked in because I didn't do anything after.
Could have saved some gas.
I didn't burn any gas. I went up and down the spot all day long. Probably should have moved, but they were there. They were tough to get to bite once that sun kind of poked out.
All right, we'll see you at Wheeler in 2 weeks. All right, up next, out of Newcastle, Canada, had 20 pounds, 4 ounces yesterday. Danny McGarry. Danny told us yesterday he's a Maple Leafs fan, I think is what he said. Bruins, by the way, over here. Boston Bruins fan. Just saying. 18 pounds, 8 ounces gives him 38.12 for the tournament. Puts him in 17th place right now. Looking for a couple of handsome ones in there. Make for a nice picture. How did this meet your expectations, what you thought you could do and what you did?
I had a little tougher day today. Fish weren't cooperating as much. Didn't get as many bites, but that is what it is. Super fun time here in Plattsburgh, staying with the boys. Just want to give a quick hello to my friends and family, my girlfriend Mel back home, and all my sponsors. Thanks so much.
All right, we'll see you down at Wheeler in a couple of weeks, trying to join the 4 other Canadians that are on the Elite Series at this time. Up next, from Turlock, California, Christian Ostrander. Christian had 18-6 yesterday. He's not happy. This one will weigh in at 15 pounds, 1 ounce. Give him 33.7 for the tournament. And appreciate you. Came a long way. All right, coming up next, out of Burlington, Wisconsin, welcome Bailey Blesser. Bailey had 19 threes out of McKendree University. I believe they just won second year in a row, team of the year, school of the year in the college deal. Great fishing program there. He's looking for 24 pounds here. He has 19 pounds, 12 ounces, gives him 38.15 for the tournament, moves him into 17th place, 26 anglers in. Well, one thing you could say for sure is you were consistent, right? You found pretty much the same pattern you did yesterday.
Yeah, on 2 completely different sides of the lake. But no, it was a lot of fun. You know, fishing, it is what it is. I still have a lot to learn, and these guys are the best in the world, so I'm happy with it. But I do have to give a huge shout-out to my parents. They came all the way from Wisconsin. And then my beautiful girlfriend Erica came too, and she made us dinner every night. And it's really just nice having them here. I mean, it's a lot of stress in these events, so it's nice to have your loved ones nearby. And then one last big shout-out. I think my Aunt Sandy actually has her kids at school watching, so hopefully we'll have some recruits for the high school program here.
All right, hello to Aunt Sandy's class at school. Hi, Aunt Sandy. Good young man right there. Going to be a good fisherman. All right, up next from Victor, New York, Casey Smith. 2023 champion from Oneida Lake, not too far from Victor. He and I grew up in the same area code. 17-2 yesterday, 17 even today. Got a largemouth in there, and he wants to show off. All right, Casey, tell me about it. I mean, almost the exact same bag as yesterday.
Yeah, well, when you do the same thing, you get the same results. Not a smart decision. Unfortunately, 2 days of 17 pounds, that's probably going to spell a first-round KO for me as far as elite qualifiers. But, yeah, it's disappointing. This is home state. It's not home waters, but I come up here a lot. I know the lake well. I was really confident going into the tournament and just didn't make good adjustments with the wind and the changes, and that's what you get, 17 pounds a day.
All right, well, you're still going to go get them at Wheeler and have an opportunity to see how that does. It is tough. It's hard to come back from even one bad day, but these guys can do it. They're very, very good. From Union, Kentucky, had 20 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday, Bailey Gay. Bailey looking for 23 pounds, 1 ounce to take over first place. Got a good bag here. 21 pounds, 1 ounce. Moves him into 9th. Couple of pounds off of the lead with 41 pounds, 3 ounces. So, Bailey, if it ended right now, you would be in the top 10. It doesn't end right now. There's another 70 guys back there, but good points.
Yeah, I'm really happy. The wind really played in my favor today. My best spot was protected, so I was able to settle in and really fish it the way that I was able to in practice, and it turned out good. The earlier boat number today kind of hurt me a little bit because they're biting right now, so I'm a little scared to see what these later flights weigh in.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. Or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. He sits in that top 10 right now. Joining us from Hamburg, New York, Billy Gilbert.
How we doing? Good, man. How are you? It's a rough day on mine.
Billy had 15 pounds, 15 ounces yesterday. He tacks on another 13 pounds, 6 ounces today. A little bit rough out there for you today.
Yeah, it was a struggle. I had some really good fish in practice, but they moved, and I didn't make the right adjustments. Trolling motor died at the end of the day, but it's always great to come here, and we'll regroup.
All right, man. You will regroup and do it at Wheeler. We appreciate you. All right, our leader coming into today, he had 23 pounds, 9 ounces from Warfield, Kentucky, Matt Messer. Matt looking for 19 pounds, 10 ounces to hang on to that lead. Of course, they don't pay after day 2. They pay after day 3. 22 pounds even, and he takes the lead back. Matt Messer, your leader, 45 pounds and 9 ounces. What a pregnant one in there. Goodness gracious. There you go. Yeah, take that one right to the maternity ward. Yeah, that's a 3-pounder that'll weigh close to 5. She might have twins. I'm going to say she has twins. That fish goes 5 pounds, 2 ounces, and on a 4-pound frame, man. That was a pretty impressive looking fish. How late in the day did you get her?
About 45 minutes ago, probably. She ain't been skipping no meals. She didn't skip my mineral whenever it went over top of her head either.
All right, so you're at 45-9. You have the lead now. That's going to lock you in for tomorrow. Are you on something you think that will hold up for another day?
I caught them yesterday about 12 miles away from where I caught them at today. So it's kind of, they move every day. I'm just running around. Hopefully I land on them again.
Well, it's a big lake. You'll have a great chance to do it. We'll be talking to him tomorrow for sure as he takes over the lead. Up next from Cora Peak, North Carolina, Ryan Broham. Broman.
Hey, man. Much better day today.
Much better day today for Ryan. Had a tough go yesterday, but he's got a good bag here today. 19 pounds, 5 ounces. Gives him 21-14 for the tournament. Boy, if we had a prize for a guy that made a jump from one day to the next, it's Ryan Broman. Our Phoenix Boats Big Bass is 5'11" right now. And we're going to take a look at this largemouth. Boy, that could be close. That could be close. Hank's caught 6-pounders before. He knows what they look like. 6 pounds even. That is a 6-pounder, and that takes over Phoenix Boats Big Bass. What a difference from yesterday. That one fish is 3 times what you had yesterday.
Yeah, big difference. Went practicing again. Like I said, I had a bad practice, so I just kind of went exploring and tried to just do what I could to have a good day. So we'll pick the pieces up, move to Wheeler, and try to get this thing going now.
All right, well, save some points. We'll see you at Wheeler. That was an amazing fish there. Yes, he could get a check for that big bass for sure. Up next from Effingham, South Carolina, Cole Drummond. Cole comes in 18 pounds, 14 ounces yesterday. Looking to move up into that top 10. Don't know what's going to happen here. Fish are healthy, and they will lock in eventually. One of the prettiest boats out there, by the way, that peanut patch boat. 8 pounds, 7 ounces. Tough day today for you out there, but at least you got this one in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, we didn't lose any today, just didn't get the bites, but we're going to keep our head up and move on to Wheeler next week and hopefully make up some ground.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. Up next from Ocilla, Georgia, Parker Guy. Parker fished out of Emmanuel University and had 19-14 yesterday. Looking to make a move today. Got a decent-looking bag here. 20 pounds, 2 ounces. That'll move him into 15th place with 40 pounds even. So very consistent. You come in, you average 20 pounds a day for 2 days, and it looks like you're going home after 2 days. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be going home. Today was one of the more stressful days I've had fishing. I was sitting on about 14 pounds at like 1 o'clock and caught 2 good ones, and at like 2:50, I was literally pulled my trolling motor up to go to another spot, and something told me to just make a couple more casts, and I ended up catching one that was 5 pounds. So, I mean, I'm super blessed. I want to say thanks to all my sponsors and say hey to all my friends and family back home watching.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. All right, up next out of Richmond, Virginia. I don't know if he is enrolled in college yet. Or no, wait a minute. No, that was not him. But Ed Lochran from the Elite Series was Elite Champion here in 2024. The Barrister, as we like to call him. Had 2010 yesterday. Has 18 pounds, 2 ounces today. He has been a classic qualifier, has had 7 top 10s and a win. And Ed, 38-12, not the total you're looking for, but, something to give you some points anyway.
Yeah, I mean, almost 39 pounds for 2 days. That's a great fishery, here at Champlain. Went largemouth fishing today. That's the only way that I thought I was going to be able to catch 22, 23-pound bag, and ended up with 18-2. So, we'll see if I go down to Wheeler. But as always, great lake, a little rough today, but, man, terrific place, smallmouth, largemouth. If anybody gets a chance to come here, you ought to do it.
All right, well, we hope we do see you at Wheeler. The Elite Series Pro, Ed Lochran. All right, up next from Lincoln, Missouri, Brad Jelinek. Brad had 20 pounds, 5 ounces yesterday. Needs 25.5 to take over the lead. And this bag will check in at 19.11, just off of yesterday's pace a little bit. Gives him 40 pounds even. Puts him in 15th place. Got one with a little bit of a split lip there as well. 40 pounds even. If I told you that coming in, you'd say, all right, I'll take that and move on.
I actually said it's going to take 20 pounds a day to get paid, so I hope that I'm right because that means I'm right there. But just want to give a shout-out to Powerhouse Lithium. I was on my trolling motor every single day, practice as hard as could be in all both days in the tournament, and they held up the entire time. And I just want to say hi to my wife and my 2 boys at home. I miss you guys, and I'll see you here in a couple days.
All right, man. Good stuff. Be safe. Remember, our top 40, out of 105, our top 40 will get a check. He's in great shape for a check at this point in time. All right, from Debold, Texas, River Lee. River had 18-14 yesterday. And today a little bit better than yesterday, it looks like. 19 pounds, 3 ounces today. All right, River, 38 pounds, 1 ounce. How'd you get him today?
Man, same thing as I did yesterday. I just caught everything that bit today. We executed better. But we made up some points. We still got a chance to make the top 10 at the end of after Okeechobee. Just going to have to really catch them in the next 2.
All right, well, we'll see you down there at Wheeler where you can get after them. Not in terrible shape, 26th overall right now. Up next from Loveland, Colorado, Evan Cox. I've been looking for a little better day today. Had 17.8 yesterday. These will punch in at 19 pounds, 6 ounces, so definitely a better day. All right, a little bit better day today than yesterday. Put you up in the points a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's what I was going for. I had to scratch everything I did. Had to limit around like 1-ish, and then I rallied and I caught so many 3-pounders. Went on a school of them, and I just kept catching them until I basically had to pull up the trolling motor last minute. So
a lot of 3-pounders out there in this lake, aren't there?
There's a ton.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you down at Wheeler. Up next, our reigning Rookie of the Year. He's a 3-time high school champion. He's a national champion out of Auburn as well. He had 19-14 yesterday. Tucker Smith. Tuck 17 pounds, 3 ounces today. Gives him 37-1. You'll be back next year for an elite here, which will be a little different with no forward-facing sonar. Did you learn anything this week?
Yeah, actually, I figured out that a lot of my fish that were in the area I was fishing, they all moved shallow. Ended up going the last hour and catching most all my weight in the last hour up shallow. So I think with that wind shifting, it messed the fish up a little bit that I was fishing for, but I'm ready to come back to this place. It's a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, we will see. Are we going to see you before Guntersville, or are you going to be fishing Wheeler?
Yeah, I'm going to be fishing it.
Ah, beautiful. We'll see Tucker Smith at Wheeler. He is your Elite Series Rookie of the Year. Had a great season. Had a win this year as well. Up next, another great fisherman out of Dayton, Tennessee, Michael Neal. Michael Neal comes in, 20 pounds, 2 ounces, right around $2 million in earnings in his career. And he has 19 pounds, 14 ounces, puts him right at 40 pounds. That is about the 4th bag that we have seen that is 40 pounds total. So the goal is to make it to the Elite, 17th place here. Good points with these 40 pounds, and you head south.
Yeah, I mean, 20 pounds a day anywhere in the country is great, but up here, up north, these smallmouth are a little bit different. But next one's kind of in the backyard on Tennessee River, Wheeler, and never been there in the fall, but looking forward to it. Got some ground to make up.
All right, we look forward to seeing you down there. All right, up next, out of New Caney, Texas, Dylan Harrell. Dylan had 20 pounds yesterday, one of those 44 20-pound bags. Dylan looking for 25-10 to take the lead. Has 18 pounds, 11 ounces. That'll give him 38-11 for the tournament. Moves him into 25th place. All right, a consistent effort. It's not going to bury you and give you a chance now to go improve on that.
Yeah, I said I wanted to survive this event, and I really like Wheeler. I've been there 3 or 4 times, and it's got my number. So I think this time I might have its number, hopefully. So, and I like Okeechobee, so we'll see how that goes. But I want to give a shout out to my mom. She came up here with me this week, and she's been my trailer backer downer and my food cooker and everything, and my photographer. She's been great. And I want to give a shout out to my fiance, who's on her bachelorette trip this week. So she is with a plethora of girls. I'm sure they're watching, and I hope they're having a good time, and the good Lord for keeping us safe. And I got to give a big shout out to 6th Sense. I caught all my fish this week on a strobe shaker, and it seemed like that was the difference maker. So hopefully we'll get out of here with some good points. Maybe a check. I doubt it, but we'll see. And I'll see y'all at Wheeler.
Are you sure those girls are watching on the bachelorette party? I mean, this is what they're going to do on Friday afternoon is watch you weigh in?
Well, my sister's there, and she's diehard, so if she has anything to do with it, she is watching. But I think I just heard them scream from here. So, all
right, we'll see you at Wheeler. I don't think they're watching. All right, up next from West Columbia, Michigan, Lucas Murphy. Lucas comes in 18-9 yesterday, looking to build some points here. On a decent bag. £20, 3 ounces. Moves him into 25th place. 38 pounds, 12 ounces. You know, it might take 40 to get a check, which is crazy, but 38-12, I think you could be right there.
We'll see. But there's so many fish out there. It's been an awesome week. I spent too much of the tournament just fishing for 3.5 pounders instead of 4 pounders. So I started yesterday in a place and lost a couple 4s and got frustrated and started running around. Went back there about 1 o'clock this afternoon and caught pretty much the whole bag. So definitely a mistake there to leave. But there's so many fish out here. It's hard to, even when you're catching 3.5 pounders, it's hard to get yourself to move because they're everywhere.
Well, have safe travels, and we will see you at Wheeler. Next from Bakeville, Texas, Jace Lindsay. Jace had 21-13 yesterday. He was in the top 10. He needs 23-13 today to take over the lead. Of course, he's looking for top 10, wants to fish tomorrow. And these will punch up at 20 pounds, 11 ounces, moves him into 7th place. 42.8 is his total, 3 pounds, 2 ounces off the lead. So Jace Lindsay is on him. All right, Jace, that's going to be real close to go tomorrow. I mean, I'd put some gas in the boat and just be ready to go.
Yes, sir. The execution wasn't all there today. I lost a couple that are, would have helped me out probably a quarter to half pound, which doesn't sound like a lot, but out here it's a whole lot. And stings a little bit, but hopefully we'll get out there tomorrow and, make some adjustments and see if we can't get up in that 22, 23 pound range and see if we can't bump on up a little bit.
All right, man, sweat that out. We'll see if you stay in the top 10. He is 7th right now as we speak. We are about 42 anglers through this deal. And up next, out of Cropwell, Alabama, a 2-time winner on the Opens, a 2-time qualifier for the Classic, Joey Nania. Joey had 19.8 yesterday. And he may have a 20-pound bag plus today. 20 pounds, 1 ounce gives him 39.9, moves him into 21st place overall. Top 40 will get paid. There's a couple of buttes right there. I had the pleasure of fishing with Joey Nania in an Open back in the day. And, could be a check. Could get some gas money anyway, get back home.
Yeah, it's going to be really close, and hopefully I'm like a couple hour or an hour away at least by the time I find out. And I do want to thank my sponsors, of course. I've had so many companies that have worked with me for a long time, and I'm so thankful for them. But I'm very thankful for Bassmaster and for the way that God used fishing to get my attention and to lead me into a relationship with Christ through fishing. I was at the Bassmaster Classic when I was 18 where I met an evangelist, and I ended up getting saved, putting my faith in Christ, and my life's been different ever since. I met my wife because of fishing. After I got saved, I've got 3 amazing sons, Zeke, Eli, and Noah, and my amazing wife, Jessica. So I'm thankful it was Bassmaster was my first platform I ever fished on. So I'm thankful for that. I'm 34 now, and I'm so ready to go see my family and get home. So I appreciate you guys.
All right, be safe, Joey. It's Joey Nania. We'll see him at Wheeler. He has a great ministry as well, does a tremendous job with that. All right, from the Elite Tour from Nantucket, Connecticut, Paul Mueller. Paul's a 2-time champion on the Elites. He's qualified for 5 classics over the years. Had the 5-fish record 32.3 in the Classic. Came in today 16-11, 21 pounds, 5 ounces to move into 32nd place. Much better day today. They are healthy. Paul Mueller, and good day here. Salvaged some points for the overall deal.
So I went largemouth fishing today. No electronics after like 10 minutes. And after yesterday was a tough day. I really don't know what happened. My electronics weren't working for half the day. No excuses. I still should have caught them better. And today I was like, man, this is not happening. But, sometimes you just can't quit. And I'm going to echo what Joey said. I met my wife in church, actually, when I started going back to church, and met her, and everything else. Once I started seeking the Lord again and met my wife, everything else fell into place. Qualified for the Elite Series, won the Bass Nation National Championship. 11 years on the Elites, trying to get back, trying to actually make the Classic. That's really why I'm fishing these 3. I want another crack at the Classic. But today was tough, man. I mean, it was like you could either quit or just keep fishing, and just had a good day. I had a lot of fun, and I caught all my fish on the jig that my wife ties. So very blessed, man. Find Jesus and find yourself a woman that ties good jigs too.
Well, the Lord is the ultimate fish finder, right? I mean, throw it on the other side of the boat, right? There you go.
And find a woman that loves Jesus and ties your jigs.
There you go. There you go. And ties your jigs. Got to have both of those things, I guess. All right, up next, out of Orlando, Florida, welcome Bobby Bakewell. Bobby with 21-4. Last year a winner at Lake Martin.
Howdy.
Bobby looking for 24-6 to take over the lead. Checkville will be right around 40-ish. He has 18 pounds, 6 ounces, gives him 39 pounds and 10 ounces. For Bobby Bakewell, one of the happiest guys out there. Whenever he's got a camera with him out there on the water, Bobby's a happy guy when he's fishing. You're going to be right on the edge of that check, man.
Yep, probably just outside of it, unfortunately. Lost one good one that probably would have put me around that 40 mark, but just made the wrong decisions today. With that wind, I was really scared to run a bunch of new water, and I should have ran to the stuff I had on the north end of the lake, but it is what it is. That's the name of this game, is decision making, and unfortunately I zigged when I should have zagged today. But I had a lot of fun, caught a lot of fish. The camera guys watched me catch about freaking 10 3.5 pounders. I couldn't get above that 3.5 pound mark today, but that is what it is, and I'm thankful for it. Looking forward to Wheeler, and I got to say a huge thank you to all my sponsors.
All right, well, we appreciate you. We will see you at Wheeler. That's Bobby Bakewell. Up next, out of Glenwood, Arkansas, Matt Baker. Matt comes in off of 19 pounds on day one. We'll see what he can do to match that up. It's 19 pounds, 12 ounces on day two, 38 pounds, 12 ounces for the event. Puts him into 29th place now, 46 anglers in. Get right up on that scale. All right, well, consistency is your name, right?
It's a fun place, and I unfortunately had a dead one in there. They were doing fine. I opened it up. He's dead, so I had a chance to cool him twice today. So it cost me about half a pound. Would have had a little over 20, but this place is a blast. Just trying to figure out how to get those little bit bigger 4.5s make the difference.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you at Wheeler. Go get them.
I want to thank my sponsors, and really looking forward to these rest of these EQs, and hope to have 2 more better tournaments than this.
All right. We know he can do it, too. All right, up next, out of Glendale, Arizona, Ty Ow. Ty comes in 20 pounds, 14 ounces yesterday. Looks like he's got another decent bag here. Looking for 24-12 to take the lead. He's got 19.5, which will move him into 15th place overall. I'm digging around in there for the prettiest one he can find. He says they're all pretty. He's got that right. All right, 40 pounds, 3 ounces for the tournament. That's going to probably put you right in Checkville, right around there. We'll see, but good points heading to Wheeler.
Hey, the goal weight was 20 pounds a day. Cracked that. I just didn't know that these guys were going to crack them. This place is awesome. I mean, the first time I was here, didn't really like it. Now, I absolutely love it. So the town is great. The weather is great. It's super hot in Arizona. Other than that, I want to thank all my sponsors and everybody watching at home. We'll see you at Wheeler.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. Be safe with your travels. Up next, out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, Elite Pro, Bo Browning. Bo had 19.4 coming in. Today, he has 19.12 to add to it. Puts him in 26th place overall with 39 pounds even. Couple of good-looking ones there. Did you help Daddy make out his application for college?
No, I didn't. And I told him, though, if he wanted to go back, I'd go back with him. He convinced me, but I don't think Mom will allow that to happen. The last thing they need is the two of us in college rooming together. But it was a fun week. My main goal coming up here was to pre-practice for next year, try to find some stuff that I can come back. We don't have live scope when we come back here next year, which I'm going to change things. So I just wanted to fish as much as I could that I can use next year instead of getting caught up out there in the middle. And to catch what I caught off of it, I'm pretty excited about it. And, you know, it gives you a boost of confidence coming back next year.
Well, it's amazing, too, that there's so many 3 3/4 out there. You got to find those 4 1/4. I mean, it's just the weights are always so tight here.
Yeah, it's a super weird deal. I mean, we go to a lot of places that are really good, but this place is truly special. I mean, for fun fishing, for tournament fishing, it's incredible how many good, solid fish are in here and how much bait's in here. New York's obviously doing a heck of a job managing this place, and I can't wait to get back.
All right, man. Bo Browning joining us there, doing a tremendous job. Off to a good start to his Elite Series career. Up next from Jamesville, Wisconsin, Brian Post. Brian was a qualifier for the national championship in college or in the nation.
No college for me.
No college, just straight to the nation. Right to the nation. I feel you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know what I missed, man. I was right with you, Wagner, both of the day yesterday.
And he locks in at 8 pounds, 14 ounces. And go home with 20 pounds and 1 ounce. And Brian just didn't get him figured out this week, right?
You know, I was making the same drift with one of the guys yesterday that was sitting in the top 10. I was ahead of him this morning, started down there. I caught one right away. It was really rough, and I just didn't feel right. I left. I left about probably 8:30, 9 o'clock and let him have it. He just come into the bag line there, and he's got a pretty good bag. So hopefully that pays off for him. I just wasn't on him. The lucky britches, I switched, but that didn't work.
All right, well, the britches didn't work, but we'll see you at Wheeler.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank sponsors, everybody on this jersey. Marlin Lumber, my salesman, actually had a practice jersey. We wore it to registration. I got a cartoon of his face on it. So we're working for a few more bucks. His face is going to be on the side of the boat next year.
All right, there you go. That's a good job. All right, from Lamont, Illinois, Eric Bratowski. Eric comes in with 19 pounds, 2 ounces. And today, 16 pounds, 9 ounces gives him 35.11 for the tournament. Moves him into 41st place. So, Eric, not quite the day that you had yesterday, and just talk about it a little bit.
I had about 13 pounds with 30 minutes left in the day, and I was able to cull a couple times, and that kind of saved my points, hopefully. These guys cracked them, but thank you to everyone that helps get me out here, and looking forward to Wheeler Lake.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. All right, up next, out of White Lake, Michigan, Chris Hellemuck. Chris Hellenbach had 15-1 yesterday. Looks like he improved on that today. These will check in at 18 pounds, 13 ounces. Gives him 33.14 for the tournament. Moves him into 43rd place overall. Well, Chris, you, one of them there is the right one. You just needed 4 more just like it.
Yeah, 4 more of those would have been really special. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit better day today. I'm definitely excited if we ever get to come back here because this is probably the best smallmouth fishing I've ever done in my life.
Well, you will definitely get to come back here. I mean, it's in the rotation for sure, and we will see you down at Wheeler.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, there you go. From Liberty, Texas, welcome Jaden Parrish. Jaden had 20 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday. Got a nice bag here. Needs 24-13 for the lead. Looking, though, to get into that top 10. 21 pounds, 9 ounces moves him into 8th place overall. Top 10 will fish tomorrow. Over $53,000 for first place tomorrow. Over $249,000 total in money that will be handed out at this event. $293,000. Hank just added 50 grand to the list out of his own pocket, I think. All right, 42-6. You're hanging on 8th place to the top 10. You got a shot at that top 10. About half the field's still coming in.
Well, I don't know. I'm probably not going to make it, but you know what I'm fixing to do? I'm fixing to sign up for the Plattsburgh Fire Department. I looked back today, and there was smoke barreling out of my back compartment back here, and I had to pull the fire extinguisher out and got it fixed or put out, but we're going to have to go to the service yard and try to figure out why it was burning, but everything was still working, so we made it in.
Well, you're fishing smoking hot at 42 pounds, 6 ounces, so maybe that's it. You're on fire out there.
I hope it's hot enough.
You're literally on fire. So we'll see if he can hang in there. All right, up next from Oldfield, Missouri, Wyatt Marler. Wyatt had 19.10. It's looking like around 43 and change it's going to take to make the top 10. Around 40 to get paid. We'll see where he's at on this bag. To go with his 19.10, he's got some active fish. And they'll go 20 pounds, 15 ounces. That puts him at 40 pounds, 9 ounces, and 15th place for the tournament. There's a couple of beauties right there. All right, 40 pounds, 9 ounces. You're going to be right in that Checkville possibly, and good points certainly in this first event.
Yeah, it was all around a pretty good tournament. Never really lost any fish or anything. So, I mean, 20 pounds a day. What can you do? So,
well, there you go. You get 22, I guess, next time. But that's pretty good. We will see you down at Wheeler Nitro Pro. Up next, that former elite from Canton, Michigan, Garrett Paquette. Garrett had a good bag yesterday, 21 pounds, 4 ounces. He looks to get back to the promised land here, and he's got a good bag here today, looking for 24-6 to lead. And 21 pounds, 12 ounces will move him up to third place with 43 pounds overall. So Garrett Paquette comes out swinging. Not messing around, looking to get back to those elites there. I mean, that's a good start. 43 pounds. Excellent chance to go out tomorrow.
Yeah, I really hope so. You know, the biggest thing coming to this tournament, I just wanted to kind of stay in the game. You know, I didn't want to go to Wheeler and Okeechobee feeling like I was already out of contention for qualifying. So no matter what happens, we've done that. But I really want to go. You know, you can argue what the best smallmouth lake is in the country. You can say Ontario, Erie, St. Clair here. You cannot argue what the most fun one is. It's right here. I mean, it's almost like a shame that we're having a tournament with all this stress here. I just want to go out there and enjoy this place. Like, this is the place, if you're going to vacation and hang out with your buddies, this is where you want to come. This is the real deal. You catch them in 1 foot of water, you catch them in 60 foot. So I just, you know, being greedy, I just want to go again and experience it for 8 more hours.
Well, I see you got your fingers all taped up. That's a testimony to just how good it is here.
Yeah, it is. Whenever your hands look like that after fishing, that's a good sign of a good lake.
All right, man. We appreciate you. I got a feeling we'll see you tomorrow. One of the great things about this lake, out of all those fisheries, all great fisheries that he mentioned there, this one's got those green ones too. And it's got that option, and that makes it great. All right, from Marcellus, Illinois, welcome Brian Protect. I'm not Brian. Here he is. He's going to wait till I get his name right before he comes out.
It's like a par in golf and a thumbtack.
Par and attack.
Par tack.
Par tack. There you go. We had 17-10 yesterday. Got some of that good Bridgeford food for us here too. 15 pounds, 13 ounces gives you 33.7. It'll send you home, but man, you go home with some of the best beef jerky anywhere in the world.
Well, this is for you. I always bring it for Hank, but since you're the new MC, I had to bring the big bag of beef jerky.
I may give him just a stick. All right, just a stick. He might get one of those. But yeah, that's some good stuff. And they are great supporters of you and a few guys on that are out there fishing professionally.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 7 of us on the professional fishing team with Bridgeford, and there's 4 college teams as well. So again, like Garrett just said, you know, this is an unbelievable fishery, and I still have a lot to learn. You know, Hank always gives me a hard time, but I really still consider myself a rookie. especially at this level. And there's stages. There's stages to everything. And again, I know I'll be back. And, again, I'm so thankful to have made it this far and so much to learn. But, again, my hat's off to Hank this year. He's had a trying year with the Opens in Division II. But, again, Hank, you're a rock star as always. It's nice to meet you as well. I'm glad you're the MC. But, again, it's tailgate season. We got a lot of sports going on. Bridgeford, summer sausage, pepperoni, and beef jerky. Bedford sales. Again, my Phoenix ran great, my Mercury. And just, again, it's a sports system to be out here, and I'm super grateful and on the Wheeler.
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep bringing us jerky. I promise I'll get your name right.
Okay. Absolutely.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. Thank you. That is some good stuff, too, I got to tell you. All right, up next, out of Russellville, Kentucky. Don't you run away with my meat now. It's Clint Knight. Clint had 17 pounds yesterday. Looks like he's improved on that, possibly here today. 20 pounds, 14 ounces. And that'll move him up with 37 pounds, 14 ounces, puts him in 40th place. Top 40 get paid. We're 56 anglers in now. Probably going to put him just outside the check line, but boy, made some good points to make up from yesterday.
Yeah, I was really frustrated yesterday. I probably caught somewhere between 50 and 100 fish today. I couldn't get it going yesterday. I kind of figured out something special, really special, that I didn't have a problem getting on anything today, and I really wish I could go back and do over yesterday, but that's part of it.
All right, man. We'll see you at Wheeler. All right, up next out of Lincolnton, Georgia, Caleb Hudson. Caleb had 19 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. Got a good day here today. And 21 pounds even gives him 40 pounds, 2 ounces for the tournament. Moves him into 20th place. And there's a couple of bronze beauties for you right there. All right, so a big bag today, 40 pounds, 2 ounces. Could put you in the check line. Probably find out while you're on your ride home. That'd be a nice call to get.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I really need that, of course, just like everybody else here. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I did differently today. I kind of got lucky, I guess.
Well, that's always a little bit of it. A little bit of luck. Got to be good, but a little bit of luck.
Yes, sir, always.
All right, we appreciate you. We'll see you at Wheeler. Up next from Hickson, Tennessee, Dylan Filardo. Dylan won at the Chesapeake Bay. Was a great guest on Bassmaster Radio as well after that win. Had 18 pounds, 1 ounce coming in today. Had 17 pounds, 2 ounces to that. 35 pounds and 3 ounces for the tournament. Moves him into 47th. All right, Dylan. It's not a backbreaker, but you got some work to do the next 2 tournaments now. Keep you in the middle of the pack in the points.
I do. It's definitely not how I wanted to start, but I had a blast out here catching a ton of fish. I was on a largemouth deal with some really big ones, and I thought if I could go in there and get 5 or 6 bites, I could turn this tournament around. I ended up going in there, and I caught 15 largemouth. And as you can see, I held brown ones. I saved an hour at the end of the day to go hit a point. I caught all those in 35 minutes. But those greenfish just didn't play.
Well, get after it at Wheeler. We'll see you down there.
I want to say thank you to Skeeter, Yamaha, Anderson Marine, running that Skeeter all over this lake in this weather. It was a breeze. So thank you guys, and thank you to all my sponsors. Talking Tackle back home, thank you guys. I'll see you at Wheeler.
All right, we will see you there. Up next from Palm Harbor, Florida, Aaron Yavorsky. Aaron had 20 pounds, 7 ounces yesterday. Needs 25.3 to take the lead. Got a decent bag here. It'll be 20 pounds, 12 ounces. Moves him into 14th place. 41 pounds and 3 ounces. It's Hig. Bring out a couple of nice ones there for us. And Aaron, you're not going to hang around for tomorrow, but you're in pretty good shape for a check. That's a good thing, and get some gas money to take you to Wheeler.
Yeah, it was a fun week. Just happy to get out of here with good points going into the next EQ. But had a bunch of fun this week. Caught plenty of fish. This lake's phenomenal. First time out here. But I just want to give a huge shout-out to all my sponsors. Ran that Bass Cat Mercury out there today in the wind and yesterday. Handled perfectly. And during practice, sat on the trolling motor for like 13 and a half hours each day. And my trolling motor batteries never got underneath 50% Powerhouse lithium batteries.
All right, man. Good stuff. We will see you at Wheeler. From Dandridge, Tennessee, welcome Hayden Gaddis. Hayden had another one of our 20-pound bags yesterday, 20 pounds, 2 ounces, looking to tack on to that. Try and work his way into the top 10. He has 20 pounds, 10 ounces, gives him 40 pounds, 12 ounces, puts him in 16th place. Yeah, they got sharp fins in there. He's getting stuck. All right, Hayden, a good event, 40 pounds and 12 ounces, good points here, and probably a check as well. It's a good job.
I appreciate it. I hope it's a good check. I'm looking forward to getting back to Tennessee. This place was awesome. While I'm up here, I'd like to thank Dynamic Sponsorships, Bullet Boats, Barrett over at Scoreboard and Barometer, and the good Lord Jesus Christ.
Always thank that guy for sure. Good job by Hayden. Up next, out of Gunnersville, Alabama. He had 21-13 yesterday. Welcome, Matt Adams. Matt was in our top 10 coming into today, looking to hold that position and fish one more day out here. And he has 17 pounds, 10 ounces. We'll leave him at 39 pounds, 12 ounces, 30th place. Didn't quite go the way it did yesterday.
Oh, no. I caught one fish after 10 o'clock. I don't really know what happened. They were still there. And, I split an area with Austin Cranford, and he said he hoped that there's still some dumb ones left. Well, he jinxed us because they were awful smart today.
Well, we will see you back in Alabama in a couple of weeks. There you go, Matt Adams. All right, up next, had 22 pounds, 2 ounces yesterday. He is an Elite Series rookie, Emil Wagner. Emil bringing a bag full of them here. Looking for 23 to take the lead. 23 pounds, 9 ounces, and he takes the lead by 1 ounce. Emil Wagner digging in there for a nice 5-pounder. There's a couple of buttes. Emil Wagner out of Georgia. Is it anything at all like fishing them spotted bass?
Yeah, it's actually super similar. I feel like I'm fishing at home, how I'm catching them, how many I'm catching, and that the last 2 days have probably been 2 of the most fun days I've ever had on the water in a tournament. I mean, the amount of 4-pounders is unbelievable, and it's so fun. I want to go tomorrow just to fish again. You know what I mean?
Well, you're leading, so they're probably going to let you go tomorrow if it works out that way, which is a good thing. Did you burn it down, or do you still think you got stuff out there?
I mean, I went and ran some new water this evening and caught my biggest one, and I think there's a bunch left. And tomorrow, I mean, I don't think any of the boats that were around me, were too high in the sea. I don't know. There wasn't too many boats around in the first place, so I think tomorrow, with a little less pressure, it might be even better. Who knows?
All right, man. We will see you most likely tomorrow. He leads the way now. He's definitely in for tomorrow. From Appling, Georgia, welcome Tanner Hayden. Tanner had 19 pounds even yesterday. Looks like he's got a little bit better bag today. Looking to move up. 20 pounds, 14 ounces gives him 39-14 for the event. 27th place now. 63 anglers in. All right, Tanner, check, points. Those are things you're looking for, and you might have got both. We'll have to wait and see.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had a tough day yesterday. I caught all my fish the last 30 minutes yesterday, and I started there this morning, so worked out a little better today. So Ready for the next one to go to Wheeler. Hopefully it'll be fun. And I'd like to thank Brushstrokes, Beams, and Zoom and Cigar. So.
All right, man. We will see you there at Wheeler in 2 weeks. Up next from Live Oak, Florida, Bryson Osteen. Bryson looking to gain some points here after 13-10 yesterday. Got one that wants to get back into the lake really bad. Right through the handle of that Crest City bag. 13 pounds, 11 ounces gives him 27.5 for the tournament. And if nothing else, consistent.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It was just a really tough week for me this week. Couldn't really get on nothing, and it's probably one of the worst tournaments I've had in my career. But, hey, that's okay. God is good, and I'm very blessed to be out here. Not everyone can do this, and the only way to have a good tournament, the next tournament, is to flush this one. So I'm going to get this one out of my head, prepare for next weekend.
Yeah, that's right. You don't carry anything over to this one, so the next one could be great. From Theodoso, Missouri, Trey Schrader. He is our champion from 10. Tom did that about eye shot from the ramp. Had 21 pounds, 2 ounces coming in today. Another good day for him. 19 pounds, 10 ounces. Gives him 40 pounds, 12 ounces for the event. Moves him into 17th place. He is wearing his trademark beanie. I don't know what temperature it has to be for him not to wear the beanie. Is there a number that we have that you meet and then the beanie goes away?
If it's like over 80 in the morning, it's not going on. But, super fun week. Tons of fish in this place. It's just like home back on Bull Shoals. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors because none of this is possible without them.
Well, great job. A great season going for you, and you're in great shape to get a check here and good points going into Wheeler. Up next from Forest Grove, Oregon, Lane Olson. Lane had 20 pounds, 10 ounces yesterday, 19 pounds, 13 ounces today. That gives him 40 pounds and 7 ounces for the tournament. '22nd place, you're going to be right there in Checksville, maybe, but not a bad tournament for points as you get ready to head south.
Yeah, man, it was a lot tougher today. I probably only caught, 10 or 12, but not really the day I was looking for. But we'll take the points and head to Wheeler.
All right, we'll see you down there. Up next from Freeburg, Missouri, Joe Weberg. Joe looking to gain some points here. A little bit of a rough day yesterday. This one better, though. 17 pounds, 9 ounces. Give him 30 pounds, 5 ounces for the event. A couple of buttes there. Boy, Joe, a few more like that one in your right hand, and we'd be talking about singing a different tune here.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had a cable go bad on my MBT yesterday morning, so I did all of this without scope.
Well, that if you were to make it to the elites, that's what you would have to do here next year.
Yeah, I'd probably be in the top 10 right now without scope, I'd say. But, we'll go to Wheeler, kind of salvage some.
All right, well, you did. You did better than yesterday, and that's all you could hope to do. And on to Wheeler. Up next, boy, does he have a story to tell. From Eldon, Missouri, Casey Scanlon. Now, Casey had 18-14 yesterday. He has 310 officially, but I understand you left about 17 pounds down in Ticonderoga. Had a little engine trouble back there.
Yeah, I big waves. So got some electrical stuff wet, and my trim was going up and down, and so it was really hard to run. And so, anyways, had to kick back a few fish, and we came back here, had 2 hours to fish, and I caught a 310.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we'll move on to next week or next tournament and see what happens there. If you don't know the rule, what he's talking about was he had problems down there. Down by Ticonderoga, he couldn't get back over the water. You're not allowed to trailer back and bring your fish with you, so he had to release 17 pounds worth of bass that he had caught there, put it on the trailer, brought it back here, stuck it in the water about 2 o'clock, and had about an hour and a half to go out and start all over again, and caught that one bass. So that's tough luck. That's what happens sometimes in fishing. All right, a guy that didn't have tough luck yesterday, he starts today 1 ounce off the lead. He had 23.8 yesterday. He's from Green Lane, Pennsylvania. Gray Buck. Gray Buck looking for 22.4 to take over the lead. Looking to hang in that top 10. We'll see what he's got here. He needs 18-14 to make the top 10 right now. And 19 pounds, 13 ounces puts him in third place overall. So Gray Buck in excellent shape. Go one more day for the big bucks and the big points. Gray Buck, 43.5, 19-13 after, almost 24 pounds yesterday. You got to feel like you couldn't catch anything out there.
Yeah, no, those green ones didn't want to show up for me today, which really propped the weight up yesterday. I had 2 big ones that really helped a lot, but that was fun to go out there again and get those. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. I'm going to have to obviously do a little better than that, and as long as I stay in that top 10, I'll be happy.
Well, who knows? We'll see tomorrow. Gray Buck now in third place overall. Up next, from Barnesville, Georgia, Cody Stahl. Cody had 22 pounds yesterday, needs 23.12 for the lead. Got a decent bag here. Was top 10 coming in to today. And he has 21 pounds, 1 ounce today, moves him into 5th place with 43 pounds and an ounce. With 35 anglers to go. All largemouth as well. All right, tell us a little bit about that. All largemouth, was that the plan?
I start every morning off on smallmouth, and yesterday I caught a 5.0 smallmouth and a 4.8 smallmouth to start the morning off, and today I just didn't have the smallmouth bite, and I had to bail on the smallmouth and go largemouth fishing, and today went pretty much exactly how it went yesterday besides the smallmouth, but just was lacking the 5-pounders that I had. I had all solid fish, but man, I got one special hole, but hopefully it can hold up for another day, and hopefully I make it till tomorrow, and man, I'm just happy to be fishing.
You're in really good shape to move on to tomorrow, so we should see him out here tomorrow. From Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, Adam Rasmussen. Adam had 14-13 yesterday. Adam has a win on the Opens at Wheeler. An excellent guide, too, if you're looking for a guide up in his neck of the woods. Got a good bag here. 19 pounds, 12 ounces gives him 34.9 for the tournament. So that's a big day for points. Got a couple of nice ones right there. So you got to be looking forward to going back to Wheeler. Good points day at least. Add about 5 pounds to your weight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I screwed up majorly yesterday, and that's going to cost me. But who knows? Maybe lightning will strike twice on Wheeler. We'll see.
Well, we will see. We'll see you down there for sure. That's Adam Rasmussen. From Cleveland, Alabama, had 17 pounds, 3 ounces yesterday. Trey Swindle. See if Trey improved on his weight from yesterday. Move up into point. 20 pounds, 1 ounce for Trey Swindle. Moves him all the way to 52nd place with 37 pounds and 4 ounces. All right, Trey, you're gonna miss the check, but a lot of good points there, so that's a positive.
Yeah, I got a little bit back today. It was kind of a rough week for me. I didn't get a whole lot of practice. Had some boat stuff go on this week, so didn't fish clean yesterday. It really wouldn't have been a bad tournament because I would have went in about the same thing. But that is what it is, and I'm looking forward to Wheeler. Get to sleep in my own bed. Basically, I ain't got to drive too far, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you down there as well. That's Trey Swindle from Chamont, New York, Zach Gutremont. Zach with 18.8 yesterday. Looks like he might have improved on that a little bit. 21 pounds, 12 ounces puts him in 25th place. 40 pounds, 4 ounces. So 25th place right now, you're going to be right about that check cut line. That would be a good thing. Good day today.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yesterday's really going to haunt me, and I lost the biggest fish I've seen all week on basically my last cast today, and would have gave me about another pound. But overall, good week. Saved a lot of points today, so I'll take it.
All right, we'll see you in Alabama in 2 weeks. Up next from DeWitt, Michigan, 13 years on the Elite Tour, 6 Classics, Chad Pipkins. Chad had 19-1 yesterday. Looking to add to that, 18 pounds, 14 ounces today. That's 37 pounds, 15 ounces. Moves him into 51st place. Overall, give me your assessment of the week.
It was fun. I had some good grass stuff going, and when it blows, they just don't bite in the grass. So just kind of scrambled around a bit and caught what I did, and had some chances today and yesterday, but they didn't want to go swimming with me in the live well. But looking forward to fishing the next one, and looking forward to heading home for a few days. See you girls soon. My daughter Emery and Ellie, they're ready to see me, so we're rolling out and heading home. Appreciate you guys coming.
All right, we will see you in Alabama in 2 weeks. From Edwardsburg, Michigan, Bo Thomas. We'll fish for Western Michigan. Had 20 pounds, 15 ounces yesterday. 21 pounds, 9 ounces today. Moves him into 12th place. 42 pounds, 8 ounces for the event. There's a couple of bronze twins for you as well. And, Bo, these weights are so close. You're going to be just outside of the top 10, but, man, another 8 or 9 ounces, and you're fishing again tomorrow.
Yeah, I fished really clean today. I didn't have any issues. It just is the way it goes. It just is. I was in the right area. I only got about 6 to 7 bites today and yesterday, but I knew to make the top 10 today, I had to be around the right one, so I stuck it out all day and caught what I caught. And, this place is a phenomenal fishery. I love coming to New York. Anywhere we go in the north and it's got smallmouth, I'm going to try to catch them as good as I can catch them. So happy to be here. I got to thank Rec Pro, Bolt, Modbug, Gates of Chevrolet, and also got to thank all the family and friends at home watching. Sorry I didn't make the top 10, but you know what? We're getting out here with some good points, and that was the goal coming here.
And a check, most likely. So good job by you. We will see you at Wheeler. Out of Lynchburg, Virginia, Jack Dice. Now, Jack comes in off a big first day. He had 20 pounds, 4 ounces, one of 44 20-pound bags yesterday. Today we'll go 19 pounds, 14 ounces. That's 40 pounds and 2 ounces for 2 days. Puts him in 30th place. Top 40 will get a check. We got about 29 guys to go right now. Jack's got one of the sharpest wraps out there as well. And, a good tournament. 40 pounds, 2 ounces, and good points.
Well, yeah, good points. I just couldn't.
I struggled today. I couldn't catch a 4-pounder. I really sucked out there, but I was looking sharp thanks to all the people that support me, and it means a lot. The GSM crew, FXR, Skeeter, Amps, I really, really appreciate you guys letting me chase this dream.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. Up next, from Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm not sure where he's going to college now, but Stephen Browning joins us. Razorback. At 15.7 yesterday, a little better today, 17 pounds, 3 ounces, 32 pounds, 10 ounces for the tournament. So you improve a little bit from yesterday and move on.
Yeah, I enrolled in a little YouTube course last night on Garmin's channel to learn how to use that forward-facing deal, and it worked a little bit. Caught the biggest one I caught all week on it, so I got to get better at it. This northern swing I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably one of the worst northern swings I've had in 30 years at this, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, or well, I do know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not catching the right size, but it's just sometimes it gets frustrating, but to the guys that are sitting out there, there's a lot of highs and lows in this game. You just gotta accept them, keep rolling, and the good Lord's with you. Just let Him take control. Just Jesus take the wheel, because He's gonna take it back to Arkansas right now.
Well, Stephen Browning had a lot of good days of well over $2 million in earnings as a professional fisherman. From Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, Andrew Beneke. Andrew had 18.8 yesterday. Looking to tack on to that. And he will with 19 pounds, 4 ounces, give him 37.12 for the tournament. Put him in 55th place. And a bunch of brown ones in there as well. So Andrew, improve a little bit, pick up a few more points in this deal. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Kind of salvaged a little bit of points here today. But, man, it was a struggle for me. I just couldn't land on the big ones that I had found in practice. But my last stop, my last drop, upgraded a 240 with a 4-pounder. So I can't complain too much. This lake is absolutely phenomenal. They're really kicking them out. I mean, it's smallmouth fishing at its finest this time of year. They're all getting fat. They're super healthy. It's a lot of fun to get out here and fish.
All right, we will see you at Wheeler. We'll get after it. Next from Claremore, Oklahoma, Blaine Bunny. Blaine had 18.2 yesterday. Got a decent-looking bag here today. It's going to be 19 pounds, 4 ounces, so he improves on that. 37 pounds, 6 ounces overall for Blaine Bunny. Moves him into 57th place. Overall, Blaney's weights are so tight. The difference between 57th and 17th is just so close. It's 1 or 2 bites.
It's crazy tight out there, and this place is absolutely amazing right now, and they are catching them good. But I had a blast out there, caught them all kind of all throughout the day, but just couldn't catch anything over 4, really.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing you down at Wheeler. Young Blaine Bunny. Up next from Gum Spring, Virginia, Ryan Lockney. Ryan had 20 pounds, 8 ounces yesterday. 25 pounds, 4 ounces out of the lead. Looking for top 10, though, we'll see. And 21 pounds, 12 ounces moves him into 14th place. So an excellent tournament, 42 pounds, 4 ounces. Ryan won the nation qualifier at the James River, 42 pounds, 4 ounces. That's going to get you paid and good points.
Yeah, it was a good tournament. I'm super happy with the way today went. You know, I started on a spot in the wind, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I went to the only spot I had out of the wind, and they were everywhere, and I just never pulled up the trolling motor and just sat there all day and ended up with that, so it was a good day.
All right, it is a good day. We will see you at Wheeler. Up next, an Elite Series rookie from Cumming, Georgia, Paul Marks. That's right, a champion along the way. And he's got a good bag here. He had 20 pounds, 7 ounces coming. He's got 23 pounds, 11 ounces to move into 3rd place overall with 44 pounds ounces. We've got a big one. We're looking for 6 pounds. Right now, that's what we've got, 6 pounds for our Phoenix Boats Big Bass. This one will go 5 pounds, 12 ounces. So we'll miss that by 4 ounces, but you'll be fishing tomorrow, young man.
Oh, yeah, it was a great day out there. I'm glad I had a big bag because the last few tournaments gone kind of downhill the second day. So looking forward to get out there tomorrow, get a camera another time this year, and hopefully run into some more big ones.
Well, I'll tell you what, a great rookie season on you, Elise, and it's neat to come on up here and maybe you learn a little something for next summer.
Yes, sir, for sure. This was mainly just like a pre-practice and trip and maybe win some money, and looks like we're going to do that. So
You're definitely going to do that. There you go, Paul Marks. Had an excellent season. From Peoria, Illinois, Connor Jacob. Connor had 20 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday. Looking to tack on to that. 20 pounds, 11 ounces gives him 41 pounds, 8 ounces, puts him 18th overall with 23 anglers to go. All right, so it'll be a 2-day week for you tournament-wise, but you'll get a check out of this and some good points.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I just wanted to stay in contention. You know, there's 6 days you have to survive to get to the Elite Series if we're 2 down, so 4 to go.
Yeah, you're in good shape. So far, we will see you at Wheeler. Up next from Lakeland, Florida, Blake Smith. Blake had 18 pounds on day one, a harrowing day one. He was telling us stories about sticking it in waves and everything else out there, and he looks like he's got a nice bag here today. 21 pounds even, gives him 39 pounds for the tournament, moves him into 45th place. So he improves, picks up a little bit on the points. Did you stick it in any waves today?
You know what? No, I didn't stick in any waves today. But I stayed around here, caught a limit, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to make that run again. And praise God, I did. It was awesome to have open dialogue with the Lord all day today, and just stay in a moment of prayer. And it was really, really a cool day. I'm thankful to survive. I mean, that was the whole goal today. Every fish was a point towards getting to where we needed to go was the end result. So very, very thankful. Got a couple sponsors and a couple people. First, my wife and my girls. I know you're watching. I love you. I can't wait to see you in 2 days. It's going to be awesome. But then Matt from Amped Outdoors Lithium. Those batteries are absolutely amazing. Super thankful to have sponsors that really invest in the sport, invest in us as anglers, and produces a great product. But also Yamamoto, Bill Lewis, all those GSM products have been absolutely awesome. Thank you. We'll see you in a week.
We'll see you down there in a couple of weeks. Is right. Blake's one of the authors of a great morning devotional that was written with a couple of other fishermen that is outstanding. I have it as well, and I recommend it. All right, from Gunnersville, Alabama, welcome Andrew Loberg. Elite Series Pro had 19 pounds, 4 ounces yesterday. Andrew looks like he's got a decent bag here today. He does. 20 pounds, 9 ounces, gives him 39-13 for the tournament. That's good for 38th place right now. So Andrew, 38th place, about 22 guys to go. Hanging on for that one of those last checks, maybe, but, still a decent week.
Yeah, no, I'll probably be just out of it. But it was overall a really fun week. I roomed with 3 other guys on the Elite Series. We all jumped into this thing, and it was been a blast, Caught a lot of fish. These waves are insane. But, yeah, just looking forward to getting to another tournament.
Do you feel like you learned anything going into next year off of this?
Yes, I did, actually. I know
the best restaurants are, what hotel to stay at, that kind of stuff?
Exactly, yep, that's right.
All right, man, that's Andrew Loberg. I mean to put him on the spot. From East Selkirk, Canada, welcome Ian Waterer. Ian had 18-15 yesterday. And he has 19.8 today, so he improves on that by a little bit. Moves him up into 55th place with 38 pounds and 7 ounces. A nice tattoo on that one there. A couple of good-looking ones. So where is East Selkirk? How far in Canada from here, which is almost Canada?
Dead center of Canada. I think 27 hours as the car drives. But knew I had to stack it nasty today to even stand a chance. But I don't think the drive to Wheeler or drive to Okeechobee is going to necessarily happen at 26, 40, and 50 hours, whatever it would be. But appreciate Bassmaster. Loved this tournament, and I hope we come back.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Ian Waterer. From Martin, Georgia, welcome Tyler Campbell. Tyler's got a nice bag here. He had 19 pounds, 7 ounces yesterday. See what he can add to that. 18 pounds even gives him 37.7 for the tournament. Put him in 63rd place. A little bit off today. Just missed it by a little bit here.
Not to be cliche or anything, but lost the 2 I needed today. With those 2, I would have been sitting right where I needed to be. But no excuses. This was an absolute smash fest. These weights are mind-blowing. And I'm going to go out on a bold limb and say this is probably the most stacked group of anglers ever assembled for a tournament.
Yeah, they are loaded, and you'll have an opportunity to flip it over at Wheeler.
Absolutely. The Elite Series dream might be on hold for a little bit, but hey, there's two more shots on the line for the Classic, and we're going to go catch everything we can and see what we can't learn.
Well, we don't know. You don't know until you know, so I'm not going to write anything off, that's for sure. He won one of the divisions of the Opens this year from Winsboro, Texas. Pake South. Pake had 20 pounds even to get things started. Looking to have an opportunity to go one more day. We'll see. We need a big bag to get that done now, and this one will go 19 pounds even, leave him at 39 pounds for the tournament, 47th place. All right, Pake, you've had a great season so far. Won one of the divisions. You're going to be middle of the pack going into Wheeler, so just going to have to pick it up the next 2 events.
Yeah, we're going to have to pick it up big time. Got to catch them the next 2 for sure.
All right, well, we'll see you down there at Wheeler. That's Pake South. Up next from Pickering, Ontario, one of 4 Canadians on the Elite Tour, Evan Kung. Five of you is now on the tour. I always forget about Cooper Gallant. Well, I shouldn't. I'm saying he's a great fisherman. At 18.15 yesterday, adds 19.13 to that. So 38 pounds, 12 ounces for Evan Kung, 53rd place overall. All right, Evan, talk about it. Improved a little bit from yesterday, but tell us how you got it done.
It was a fun week. I was just out scoping the whole time. I tried to come here and practice for stuff I can try and do next year with no scope, but that didn't work, so I just ended up scoping with everyone else. Had the fish on this tournament to do all right, but lost them. Is how it goes sometimes. So excited to be here. It's a fun tournament. I love this place. Excited to come back.
Well, appreciate having you here, and I'm sure you will be back here as well. From Princeton, Kentucky, at 18 pounds, 15 ounces yesterday, Chris Boudry. Chris looking to build on his 18-15 from yesterday. He does that with 19-8 today. 38 pounds, 7 ounces, puts him in a tie for 57th. Points are points. You got to have points.
Yeah, it was a fun week. It's absolutely amazing how many fish you can catch here, and had fun all week in practice. And the excitement of the tournament was
with 5 minutes to go, I boat flipped a 4-pounder with a 6'10" medium spinning rod. So that was a little excitement. I thought I was going to be a little bit late, but we made it.
All right, well, you did make it. We will see you at Wheeler. From Bon Aqua, Tennessee, had 20 pounds, 9 ounces yesterday, Tristan McCormick. Looks like he's got another decent bag here. He disagrees. 19 pounds, 2 ounces gives him 39.11 for the tournament. Puts you just outside the check line. Some decent points. Going to have to get it going next week at Wheeler.
Yeah, the goal of this one too was to survive. I thought the weights were going to be good. I did not think they'd be this good, but it's crazy. 20 pounds not even good here anymore. But hopefully we survive. We're not out of the elites yet, and we just got to lock in, go to Wheeler. But real quick, huge shout out to Strike King Lou's. Wouldn't be out here without him. And my beautiful wife, my parents, my grandparents all watching, so I love y'all, and I'm going to ship this rig back to Tennessee.
All right, have a safe trip back to the dirty South. From Liberty, Texas, welcome James Chandler. James had 16.4 yesterday, looking to improve on that, pick up some points. 17 pounds, 15 ounces gives him 34.3 for the tournament, 76th place. Just missed him by a little bit here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of fish. Just 4-pounders are hard to come by. I caught a bunch of big ones in practice all over the lake, but I don't know. Maybe
All right, you
try
get
again next week.
turning around in 2 weeks at Wheeler.
Thanks, sir.
All right, we'll see you there. Be safe. From Knoxville, Tennessee, where next year's Classic will be. He's trying to get qualified. Welcome, Elite Series Pro Robert G.
What's up? Oh, yes, we got a big crowd.
He had 18 pounds, 12 ounces yesterday, 19 pounds, 13 ounces today, 38 pounds, 9 ounces. He will not sing Rocky Top with that, but 2 more shots to make it to that Classic. That's all Robert G is thinking about. Win so he can go home and fish the Classic on his home waters, and maybe this week learn a little something for next year when you guys come back?
Yeah, the main reason I was here was just to try to win. I'm going to fish the next 2 just to try to win some. Yesterday kind of the wind hurt me, and today the wind hurt me as well, so I kind of just fished new water during the tournament. I should have just stayed in my good areas with the wind bouncing in on me, but you know what it is. What it is. Just gonna look forward to Wheeler and try to win that one.
All right, we'll see you down there at Lake Wheeler. He's a great Tennessee River pro for sure. From Middletown, Connecticut, welcome Elite Series Pro Alex Wetherell. Alex has fished a couple of Classics. Looking to maintain his card on the Elites. Had 19.8 yesterday. Looks like a decent bag here today. And it will go 18 pounds, 10 ounces, give him 38.2 for the tournament, 61st place. These weights are so tight. It's just amazing, how close that is to being in 30th place.
Yeah, kind of crazy how the weights are, but kind of knew it going into it from practice. So a little disappointed with how things turned out. But going back to Wheeler, excited to go back to that one, and hopefully we're going to win one of the next 2.
All right, man, go get him. We'll look forward to seeing him at Wheeler. Stantonville, Tennessee brings us Jimmy Washam. Jimmy had 20 pounds, 13 ounces yesterday. Looking to tack on to that. $19 pounds, 3 ounces gives him 40 pounds even, puts him 34th place. Again, top 40 will get paid. $294,000 being handed out this week. Not all to Jimmy, but, you get a little piece of that right now. I mean, just a few guys to go, and you're hanging on to that top 40.
Yeah, it's crazy how tight the weights are. What an incredible fishery. I've been here once a couple of years ago and did not understand how to use my Lowrance active target, and, man, it is amazing to just be able to look out there and see how many fish are in this lake. just crazy tight weights. But you know, I did everything I could today. Yesterday I had a 5-pounder. I did not have that today, and you see the difference. Glad we survived it. Hopefully we'll hang on to a check, but more importantly, we didn't lose too many points in this one. Can't wait to go to Wheeler, Tennessee River. I can't wait to get home. I've been gone since August. Can't wait to see my wife and my 2 boys. I'm about to go beat down Pickwick and see if that correlates to Wheeler for the next week. So thanks to Bass Mooch and Bates Reels. Appreciate y'all's support.
All right, we look forward to seeing you at Wheeler. From Paw Paw, Michigan, welcome Nick Rand. Nick had 17-10 yesterday. It's 15-11 here today. 33 pounds, 5 ounces overall. Not what you were looking for, but you move on to Wheeler and see what you can do there.
Yeah, we're just going to move on. I missed the deal this week, I guess. Goodness sakes, these guys can catch them. So much respect to all those guys. And I want to give a shout-out to Miller Tech. Man, batters didn't die all week, was on 10 all week, and super happy to be support from them. So.
All right, we look forward to seeing you at Wheeler. Up next from West Monroe, Louisiana, welcome Colby Dark. Colby had 20 pounds, 3 ounces yesterday. Looking to add to that total 18 pounds, 1 ounce today, 38 pounds and 4 ounces for the tournament. It'll land him in 62nd place and survive and move on.
It was tough on me today. I had trolling motor problems at about noon, and I caught all of them without it. I can say that, so I'm proud of that.
Not a lot of water like this, though, in Louisiana, I would think.
Not much. Not at all, actually.
All right, we will see you in 2 weeks at the Wheeler. All right, there you go. A 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 3 wins with Bass. From Paducah, Kentucky, Mark Menendez. Menendez had 16-9 yesterday. Looking to tack on to that today. Let's see what he has here. Even 16 pounds. Give him 32 pounds and 9 ounces for the event. A couple of nice ones there. Mark Menendez from Kentucky Lake. He is a Tennessee River hammer, and you get to go to the Tennessee River next go round and see what happens.
I'm looking forward to Wheeler. It's a great place. I've got more top 10s there than any place I've ever been. So hopefully my day will start better there than it did today. It's really a tough day when you start and you fill up your AFCO boot with the wave that came over the front of your boat. So I've been soggy all day, Tom, but it was just a tough event for me. I managed to catch about the same each day. So we'll pack up, head to the Tennessee River, and stop and see the wife and come on to the next one.
All right, man. We will see you at Wheeler. Great to have Mark Menendez along the way with us. Now, I missed this guy in takeoff. I feel awful that I missed him in takeoff this morning, but we can tell you right now from Gunnersville, Alabama, welcome Laker Howell. Man. 10 pounds, 4 ounces yesterday, and I just blew him off. I didn't even announce you when you went out this morning.
I know. I guess that's what happens when you catch 3 bass in one day. You know, you just don't get mentioned.
I was boycotting you. He's got a full bag today. 19 pounds, 8 ounces gives him 29.12 for the event. He had a win this year on the Opens. He's qualified for the Bassmaster Classic next year. And, boy, it's a tough crowd, and it's just tough to recover. You can't have a bad day out here when you got 3 tournaments to get it done.
I know, man. That's what sucks. So now I've got to really dig myself out of a hole. So, you know, next 2 is my style. This one here, obviously, this was the one I was wanting to survive, and I didn't really do that. So now we got a top 10 2 events in a row, I think, to even still have a chance. I may not. I don't know. This is such a crazy field of guys. All 100 of them that are in this are just insane. But huge shout out to Skeeter Yamaha. That boat kept my back. I got scoliosis, and if it wasn't for that boat today, I'd be really hurting. I'm hurting already because of the waves, but I'd be really hurting. Also, Wheeler, we're going to there next. Last year, I had the Livingston Walking Bosses out. I'm going to have them out again this year, so we'll see you there.
All right, man. We will see you at Wheeler. He will be a factor there for sure. All right, out of Persian Springs, Australia, welcome Tommy Wood. Tommy had 18 pounds, 14 ounces yesterday. He'll add 19.8 to that today. Give him 38.6 for the tournament and move him into 62nd place. Trying to join Carl Jacobson as the only Australian ever to fish on the Elite Tour. Close, just missed by a little bit out there this week.
Yeah, I just didn't get on them in the tournament. Had a really good practice, but you know these like smash fest events where everyone's catching them, I never do good in. Like hopefully the next two get hard because I can always sort of grind it out, get a few extra bites. But we're just gonna have to put this one behind us. Look at Wheeler, and I've got some good history there, so hopefully we can keep that up and move forward. So
all right, we will see you at Wheeler. Up next, the 2021 Angler of the Year, a 6-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, 2 wins with Bass. He is, of course, Seth Feider. Seth had 20 pounds, 1 ounce yesterday. He'll add 21 pounds, 2 ounces to that. That gives him 41.3 for the event, moves him into 20th place. He will make a check here. Of course, we'll fish here next year as well with the Elites. Got some brown ones in there, or at least one. Oh, got a couple of them in there, a couple of green ones in there. I don't know. You didn't even care, did you? You just went looking for largemouth and see what happens, right?
Yeah, I caught one smallmouth each day, but I caught them on a jig under a dock, so I'm counting them as a bucket head. But, yeah, had a fun week. Pretty much just pre-practice for next year, knowing, we're going to be without scope. I knew it was going to be a smallmouth deal, but usually if you can track down a couple of those 6-pounders each day, you can compete. But this week I just couldn't. I was just catching 4s, and, those will be real good next year, though.
They are going to pay you, though. You know that today. You still get a little money.
Yeah, I'd love to go back out there another day, though. The wind's finally going to quit tomorrow, and it'll be real nice out there. And I was hoping I could make it out there, but not enough today.
All right, man. Appreciate you. That's a good job, Seth Feider. He is on Bassmaster Radio this week. Catch that at Bassmaster.com or at a radio station near you over the weekend. All right, up next. Is that okay? That little plug there for that. You all right with that? Okay. From Pagosa Springs, Colorado, welcome Ty Faber. Ty had 18 pounds, 15 ounces. Coming in today, adds 21 pounds, 7 ounces to that. Moves him into Checksville. 30th place with just 4 to weigh in. Has 40 pounds and 6 ounces. All right, Ty. I mean, moving up, get some more points and put you in a check. That's not a bad day.
Yeah, we'll take it. I mean, yesterday I didn't catch enough fish, and finally got around some today and put a few in the boat.
Well, you did a good job with it, and we will see you down at Wheeler.
Okay.
All right, man. From Virginia Beach, Virginia, welcome Chase Clark. He is our champion from Clarks Hill. He is a Tiger from Auburn University. They got Oklahoma tomorrow. Had 16-15 yesterday. Adds 20 pounds, 5 ounces to that to get him to 37.4 for the event. All right, not bad. It helped you today. You probably hope your Tigers do a little bit better in Oklahoma tomorrow than you did here over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jackson Arnold's going to run the ball down their throat, but we'll see. Had a little bit better day today. Yesterday I really stubbed my toe, but I went out there with a positive mindset, had a better day. Just real quick, I want to say hi to all my friends and family watching back home. I got a lot of people that support me and help get me to this place.
Going to keep grinding the rest of these EQ events. Wheeler's going to be a little bit tough, but I think that'll set up for a great event to move up in the points even more. Thank you to Sight Mix, my title sponsor this year, and we'll see you all in Alabama.
We will see you in Alabama in a couple of weeks, is right. From Chapin, South Carolina, welcome Chris Blanchett. Chris had 14 pounds yesterday. Looks like he's got a little better bag than that today. 18 pounds, 14 ounces, gives him 32-14 for the tournament. All right, a better day today, and you pick up a few points anyway.
Yeah, better day today. Yesterday really hurt me. I had those 4/4 get off, which, I know a lot of people did. Lost a couple big ones today, but we made the best of it. And you know what? God's good. I completely trust his plan. Shout out to my wife for holding it down while I'm out here, obviously fishing. And, we're going to be in Wheeler here in a week and a half. It's going to be tough. I like, those really tough events. So we're going to go out there and go swing and see what can happen.
All right, we will see you down there. Be safe on your trip down there. Our final angler coming up. We remind you the top 10 will go tomorrow for all the glory, all the money as well, and we'll be doing that weigh-in at 3 o'clock as well. He won one of the divisions this year. He is from Auburn, Alabama, Lucas Lindsay. At 17-12. At 17-8 today. Gives him 35 pounds and 4 ounces for the tournament. Another Auburn fisherman. All right, Lucas, you had a tremendous season in the Opens. Obviously won one of the divisions and a little bit of a tough start here. Now you're going to have to pick it up the next 2 events.
That's right, yeah. Playing as the top 10 the next 2 events. I've heard that a couple times already. It's a tough pill to swallow, man. The restart is not an easy one to crack, I won Division 1 points by 1 point, and man, it just really hurt to see it start over. And against these 100 anglers, like Laker said, they're all killers, man. They're all extremely talented people with a fishing rod in their hand, shallow, deep, whatever, So I'm just glad to be out here and fishing. Give God the glory, and like the last guy said, trust in His plan. Always trust in His plan, and you have no clue what He has around the corner for you.
Well, we will see you down at Wheeler, and you go get them down there. We'll see how it all shakes out down there. So, again, we will have our top 10 tomorrow. And unofficially, again, it'll be Christian Nash, who has 42-13. Aaron Jagfeld with 42-14. In 8th, Sam Hange at 42-14. Garrett Paquette, 43 pounds. Cody Stahl, 43-1. In 5th, Russ Lane at 45-2. Gray Buck is 4th at 43-5. Paul Marks, 44-2. Matt Messer at 45-9. And your leader is Emil Wagner out of the Elites at 45-11. Again, that is unofficial. Check Bassmaster.com later on to get everything officially in line there. That does it for today's weigh-in. We thank those of you that were here.